All right. Is this playing? Yeah, okay. Um, all right. So I wanted to present on Pilot Slides. It's actually a really cool tool that my cooperative teacher uses, and now in this post-COVID digital learning age, this is actually quite a useful tool, and I think you guys are going to really like what you can do with it. So, um, all right. So where can I find it? So this is a link that you can use actually to watch the demo that the creator created themselves. So if this demo isn't as helpful or you have more questions, that one probably will be a little bit more thorough in regards to the creator made it. Alice Keeler is the teacher. She wrote the code herself, uses it in her tech classes, and um, this is what it does. It has a lot of uses. It's easy to create a set of slides like you would on Google Slides. You can then basically have all those same slides, whatever the slideshow is for. You can actually have it pushed to all the students' separate accounts, their Google Slide accounts, and they will get their own individual copies of that slideshow. Students have the ability to edit that slideshow and edit the slides as they see fit. You can push the slides from any device that is connected to your drive. It saves teachers time from creating multiple slides for multiple students. Making copies. You make one, you make a copy of it a bunch of times and send it to different kids. Um, and then it's also it's good if you don't actually have access to Google Classroom, like some schools don't. Um, Limitations: you have to give obviously time for the code to work when you're pushing it, pushing slides out. It takes a little bit of time, a couple of minutes, depending on how many students you're sending it to. Um, Students need to be able to use Google Slides to really optimize this. It's If you're just using it for sending a slideshow to your students, that's kind of a simpler way to use it. There is a better way, which I'll kind of get into in a moment here. But as far as I can tell, excuse me, it can be used by students on any device that supports Google Slides Drive. You do need the internet. Her code is blocked by some schools. Some schools aren't a fan of it because it's not official. She actually created this code for her class. And when you go to use it yourself, Google tells you that it may not be safe because they haven't verified it, and that's because they don't. She hasn't gone to Google to basically have it verified because then they would want royalties for it, which would make the coding, cost money to people, and she wants to keep it free, which is that thing on the bottom right there. It's free though. If you want the premium version, it is $12 a month. Um, so you give your students a puzzle or a math problem to solve. You can push it through a slide in a scenario, and they can go ahead and edit whatever portion of the slide you have left there for them to give their answer, to show their work. You can also edit them and send them clues and extra slides to kind of help stimulate their learning. And again, they can have space on those slides to add their thinking, to discuss what they know, or to share their ideas, which is actually really nice. So here's the demo. When you come to right here, I have my pile of slides. This is what the code kind of looks like. This is my list of students. There's the info section, obviously, kind of gives you the breakdown of what to do. But this is my section of students. I made a couple of different accounts here. Plus my own account. When I'm ready to send the slides I created, you just click Pile of Slides, Show Sidebar, which creates the thing I got rid of a moment ago. You'll hit Make Slides. All right, making slides for Prairie. Making slides for Prairie 2. And making slides for Ivan School. Again, this takes a moment for it to do it. Once it does, I then hit Set Slides. I need my URL, so I'm actually going to go to my sample student slides. I'm going to grab this URL. It's all white. I don't know why that is. Here we go. I'll copy my URL. I'm going to go back to where I was. I'm going to paste that URL. I'm going to hit OK. Are you wanting a yes? I am now going to hit send slides from bottom. I'm going to do them one at a time instead of sending all of them, because the first 7 slides from that slideshow are questions that I have answers for, and the last 3 are the answers. So I'm going to hit send the first one, do it again, slides updated, and hit it again, slide 2, update, and so on and so forth. It's, as you can see, it does take a little bit of time, but it's, again, faster than making copies yourself. It clones those slides and pushes them out to these accounts. I'm going to save myself some time instead of doing that any further. Lastly, all right, my evaluation. This tool does have its strengths. It's very useful and time-saving when it comes to pushing slides. Complications, I mean, the thing can be a little tricky to use at first, and if you're not really sure how you would utilize it in your classroom, that might make it more difficult, more of a headache than an actual boon to you. Would I use it in my classroom? I would say yes. I have seen it used in my current placement by my teacher. She is working with the hybrid model of learning, so having the ability to push slides that the students can edit and put answers on, slides that have videos embedded on them with a couple questions about that video, and giving them space to edit those areas to add their answers and their thinking, is a really good tool for remote learning. So to me, it is a very valuable thing that can be utilized, and I think I definitely will use it, especially if we have hybrid learning in the future. And that, as they say, is that.